The story that I'm gonna read you today is the story of Hansel and Gretel. And since Apple took your Charlie Brown, Tita's gonna read a story para Los Nenes for free. Once upon a time, there was a family that lived in a forest so far away that nobody wanted to visit them. I don't blame them. That forest looks far and it's mad scary. Y tú nunca sabes who's walking around there. You gotta be real careful. That's why I always carry my mace on my keychain. You gotta be ready. There was a husband y una stepmother que era bien fea por dentro y definitely on the outside. I don't even know how he hooked up with her. He must have been drunk or she must have kidnapped him. But I'm sure it's the first one that I said. También there was two kids. El nena era Hansel y la nena Gretel. Ay, the kids were so cute, you just wanted to eat them up. I guess we'll get to that part later. Anyways, the family was really poor and they didn't have any food. En ese tiempo, they didn't have food stamps yet. So la fea, the stepmother, she was like, mira, nene, let's get rid of these kids. We'll take them to the woods and we'll leave them there. Ave Maria, that's abuse. Somebody needs to call BCW. And the father, que era medio bobo, he was like, fine. And the kids heard that, and Hansel said, I know what to do. And as they walked to the woods, he left a trail of breadcrumbs so that him and la nena could follow that bank. And that night, there was a full moon. And it was cold. And it was very scary. Mira, Wolf, how many times you gonna howl? We get it, it's scary. Okay, but don't cry. But the breadcrumbs that Hansel left were gone. The parents ate them as a snack as they walked back home. Ave Maria. So the kids kept walking and walking hasta que it was morning. Then they suddenly saw an ugly bird in a tree. And they was like, mira bird, me and my sister are mad hungry. You know where there's a McDonald's nearby? And the bird was like, what's that? You know where they have the french fries y los chicken nuggets. And the bird was like, I never even heard of that, but if you hungry, follow me. Then the bird flew away and they was like, wait. But they eventually found him sitting in a house made of candy. Estaba hecho de Hershey's, candy that's lemon heads y now letters. Pero who the hell builds a house hecho de candy? You're gonna have a bunch of ants crawling all over the place and I hate ants. Cause they be everywhere, especially in Mami's azúcar. You can never have a cup of coffee without an ant doing the backstroke. So the kids were so hungry that they started to eat the house when a little viejita showed up and said, nibble, nibble like a mouse, who's a nibbling at my house? And the kids got mad scared and they tried to run, but the viejita was like, mira, if you kids are hungry, come inside, I got mad food. And the kids were like, oh, word, bet. So después they went inside. First of all, you don't even know her. She could be bad. Come on, people. You have to start thinking with your brains and not with your stomachs. When the kids went inside, she had a table filled with food. She had baked chicken, arroz con gandules, tostones, pan tostado con mantequilla, and a whole tray of flan. Wow, what a menu. I hope the kids brought Tupperware. And the kids ate, and they wouldn't stop eating. Que Gretel estaba comiendo casi todo el flan. Que afrenta esa nena, come on. Después la viejita, she was like, mira, if you kids are tired, I have some beds in the back that you could sleep on, alright? And the kids were like, okay. So while they slept, la viejita just stared at them and still fantasizing about eating them. Ave Maria, but how you gonna eat kids? I said that they were cute earlier and that we eat them up, pero that's not the same thing. Esta wants to season them, cook them, and eat them with a side of maduros. So she took Hansel y lo tiró inside of a stable and she told him, mira nene, I'm gonna fatten you up. And once you become a gordito, I'm gonna eat you for dinner. And Hansel got mad scared and he was like, please, I have my whole life ahead of me. And she was like, shut up, nobody even asked you, right? Then la vieja told la nena, mira, you're gonna feed your brother every day. And once he gets real fat, it's supper time for me, alright? Y después la nena started to cry. Y la vieja said, stop crying, que me quito la chancleta and I'll give you a reason to cry. Que abusadora esta vieja, she has issues, she needs help. So la nena immediately shut up, pero Hansel had an idea, fíjate. And after days of feeding him, la viejita, who couldn't really see bendito because of her cataracts, went to check on el gordito Hansel. But what he did, he stuck out a bone from a chicken wing that he had eaten the night before because they had ordered Chinese. And when she touched it, she was like, ay, pero este está flaco. But she didn't care. She was like, I'm gonna eat you anyways. She screamed to Gretel, mira nena, go get me a clean pan and turn on my oven. Y la nena was like, ay, pero I don't remember how to do it. Can you show me again? Ella también had a plan. When the viejita went to show her, Gretel pushed on the oven and locked the door. La viejita screamed like an angry elf while Gretel went to get her brother. Then the kids grabbed a bunch of treasure that the vieja had stolen from other people that had became her dinner. And then they ran and ran and ran and ran. Hasta que finally, somehow, magically, they found their house. They were so excited, bendito. Placata, placata. They knocked on the door. And the father, he opened the door. And he was so excited to see his kids. Y los nenes estaban like, oh, papi, papi, we missed you. And he hugged them. He was like, I was looking for you everywhere. But then they noticed that he was alone. And Hansel said, pero ¿dónde está la fea? I mean, where's our stepmother? And then the father said, oh, sorry, she died. Then los nenes acted like they cared, but they didn't. They were like, oh, ay bendito, what a loss. And the three lived happily ever after. So mira, the moral of the story is this, okay? This message is for the parents. Before you think that your kids are getting in your way, you need to realize that your kids come with gifts and they come with blessings, all right? So don't be thinking about yourself. Think about the kids because you're going to be way better off if you do that, all right?
Who's that special lady with a story to tell? It's Tita. Tita.
Yo, that's a hit.